episode of Quarantine Kitchen. So today we're going to make red Thai red lentil curry. I made this a few weeks ago and it was so good that I used it in so many different ways. I used it as a soup, I just thinned it down a little bit with some noodles. I used it as lentils and rice, and I even used it as a dip with chips, with like tortilla chips. So very versatile and very tasty. Bit of a mashup between two cultures. I love Thai food and I love Indian food, so lentils and Thai curry seems like a great idea, and it's just super tasty. So let's get started. So what I've already done is created my mise en place. It makes your cooking a lot easier if you get the ingredients together in the form that you need them. So you chop the onions, for example, you pour out the amounts that you need. So for me right here, I have chopped onions, I have a cup and a half of red lentils, I have 3 cloves of grated garlic, 2 inches of grated ginger, our famous trifecta of course, 1 bay leaf, I have 2 cups of coconut milk, some filtered water and some red Thai curry paste. We will be using 3 tablespoons of oil to fry our onions, and then we'll be adding in our garlic and ginger to that. Just 1 onion. Remember to open the window at this point or release some vents so that you don't get such a strong smell kind of coming out your clothes. We're going to add a teaspoon of salt to that, and we're going to let them fry for about 10 minutes until they're starting to caramelize. I love to buy pre-made Thai sauces. They have so many beautiful ingredients that I don't normally get in the supermarket, like galangal, which is Thai ginger, or lemongrass. It also means that if you're at a point where you can't get hold of lots of ingredients, and you don't have fresh ingredients, you can use this and store it for a longer period of time. Once your onions are starting to go transparent, it's about 10 minutes that I've been cooking them for, then you can add your garlic and ginger for just 1 minute, no longer. You don't want them to brown too much. And then we'll add the curry paste and we'll cook that now. So I don't have any fresh ginger or garlic, but Indian households always have pre-bottled pureed ginger and garlic, so I'm now using that. Add about 2 tablespoons of curry paste. I had 2 tablespoons in here, and to make sure it kind of came out of the bottle, I added just a little bit of coconut milk and water just at the top to make it a little bit more liquidy. As soon as that hits the pan and the heat, you'll start to smell the beautiful combinations of flavors out of this curry paste. It's so good. Now you want to cook these spices out because they're all raw. Just getting the rest out of this bottle. The one thing being in quarantine teaches you is not to waste a single thing. Kind of explains grandmother's philosophies all this time. Cook this out for about 5 minutes. All of the ingredients in this dish are highly immune boosting. So you've got double ginger in there, you've got the Thai ginger, and you've got the ginger that I added as well. You've got the garlic, lemongrass. All of these things are antivirals and antibacterials, and so just really good for your system. Wish I had a film crew at this point, so I really want you to be able to see how the sauce is developing. And smell-o-vision would be quite useful at this point too. You'll know when it's ready when it starts to deepen in colour. So if that takes more than 5 minutes, that's fine. Then you basically add all the rest of the ingredients. So the coconut milk, then the lentils, then the bay leaf, and some vegetable stock, about 2 cups. And then you let it simmer for about 20 minutes. I love recipes that take 10 minutes to prepare, and then you can just go and sit down and wait for the meal to be ready, and that's pretty much it. Coconut milk, 1.5 cups of red lentils, the bay leaf. And if you have fresh lemongrass, if you're lucky enough to have fresh lemongrass, you could always add some fresh lemongrass in at this point as well. I'm just going to bring this up to the boil and then take it immediately down to simmer for 20 minutes. I'm just going to check whether the lentils are cooked. They need a little bit more time and therefore a little bit more water, so I'm actually going to add a little bit more vegetable stock, just 1 cup at a time. As I was saying at the beginning, you can serve it like this, just on its own. I love it like this, just as such a nourishing soup, or with rice to make your all of your amino acids come together. It's obviously high in protein, so dal and rice is so good for you. You could just have that combination. Or you can thin it down and have some noodles, so you've got a red Thai curry noodle with just extra protein in it. Or you can leave it to thicken. If you leave it for a couple of days, then the spices tend to get stronger, and so actually it's tastier the longer you leave it. So in a couple of days, if you have some left over, then you can, it would have thickened up and absorbed a little bit more water, and you can use that as a dip with some chips as well. At this point, I would also serve it with maybe some chopped cilantro, maybe a little bit of mint, just some nice bright herbs, but I don't have any of those at the moment, so I'll serve it like this, and maybe put a few pea tendrils on the top.